As the night grew darker and the moon hid behind the clouds, a car made its way down the winding road that led out of town. The driver was a man who had just finished his late-night shopping, and he was in a hurry to get home. Suddenly, he saw 3 figures standing by the side of the road. They were children, all wearing hoodies, and their black eyes seemed to glow in the darkness. The man felt a shiver run down his spine, and he slowed down to take a closer look. As he drew closer, the children walked up to his car, and one of them tapped on the window. The man rolled down the window, and the children spoke in unison. "We need your help," they said. The man was taken aback by their sudden appearance, but he couldn't ignore their plea for help. "What do you need?" he asked, feeling a bit uneasy. "We need a ride home," they said, their eyes fixed on him. The man hesitated for a moment. It was late at night and he didn't know these children, but he couldn't leave them standing there in the dark. "Where do you live?" he asked. The children gave him an address that was on the outskirts of town. The man knew the area well and he decided to help them. He unlocked the doors and told them to get in. As they drove down the road, the man couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. The children didn't talk much, and their black eyes seemed to follow his every move. But he pushed those thoughts aside and focused on getting them home safely. As they approached the address the children had given him, the man slowed down. He couldn't see any houses or buildings, just a dark and eerie forest. "Are you sure this is the right place?" he asked. The children nodded, and one of them pointed to a path that led into the forest. "We live there," they said. The man hesitated for a moment, but he couldn't leave them there in the middle of nowhere. He followed the path, and as they entered the forest, the car's headlights revealed an old cabin. The man felt a sense of foreboding as he pulled up to the cabin. He turned to the children, who were now looking straight ahead. "Is this where you live?" he asked. The children nodded in unison. "Thank you for the ride," they said, and then they got out of the car. As the man watched them disappear into the cabin, he couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off. He started the car and drove away as fast as he could, his heart pounding in his chest.